Hey, what's up guys? The director has dropped a newsletter labeled This Month in Dragalia Lost covering, all the updates in this month of October. I'm not going to go over all of it. If you guys want to read it all, I'll post a link to it in the description below. There's only one segment that I think is worth covering, and it's about the new High Dragon difficulties and the High Dragon weapons. So basically, new difficulty levels for Dragon Trials will be released at 2 AM on October 11th Eastern Time. The difficulties are labeled as Expert and Master. It says that the High Dragons will have increased HP and Strength, so if you guys thought the current difficulty was hard enough, well, these new difficulties are going to bring it up a notch. They are going to behave differently compared to the current dragons, so we are going to have to relearn their attack patterns, which I think is really awesome. That way, it won't just be a carbon copy of the current versions with just beefier stats. If it were like that, I would not be excited about this at all. It would actually be really boring because imagine playing DPS versus a higher health high Mercury. That would be an absolute snooze fest. For those that have beaten high Mercury a bunch of times, I think you would agree with me. But anyways, apparently the first High Dragon that will be available for Master difficulty will be High Brunhilde, and these higher difficulty High Dragons will be available on a weekly rotation. During some days, High Brunhilde will be available, while other days you'll have High Mercury, High Midgard, so on and so forth instead. This means that if you aren't prepared for these fights, then you'll have to wait a week to retry them, so definitely try to make sure that you are overly prepared. It's gonna take a while to prepare for even one of these High Dragons, so for most players, you can't really prepare for all 5 all at once. If you want to start preparing now, I suggest that you start working on 5-star tier 3 weapons and the void weapons that have High Dragon Bane. The reason is because we are going to be able to craft High Dragon weapons using the materials that will be dropped in Expert and Master mode. In order to craft these new High Dragon weapons, they require a 5-star tier 3 weapon and a 5-star void weapon with High Dragon Bane. So for example, if you want to make the Aqua Water High Mercury sword as shown in the picture, you're going to need to craft the 5-star tier 3 water sword and the Judge of Oceans void weapon. I'm not really sure for certain if it uses both the weapons as materials, or having both weapons just gives you the ability to craft the High Dragon weapons, because in the very last line it says, "There's no need to fully unbind these weapons, but crafting each weapon type and element will allow you to craft new High Dragon weapons." That sounds to me like it doesn't use the 2 weapons as materials, but who knows, we'll have to see in a week. That's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, at least for the players that weren't aware about all of this stuff. Go ahead and start preparing for the new High Dragons now. We only have about a week left. But anyways, as always guys, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.